Welcome to Minute Maid Park, everybody, here in Houston, Texas, as the Mariners look to continue their roll. They've won 3 games here against the Astros, the first place Astros defending world champions, and today go for the sweep. So we welcome you to Mariner Baseball. Big group of fans again, and drawing quite well here in Houston. Mariner Baseball on your TV. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, Root Sports Crew. Glad you are with us. Pitching matchup, Erasmo Ramirez against Dallas Keuchel. And the Mariners have done a great job swinging the bat. Mitch Haniger is going to lead off, and got a chance, Mike, to see this as long as this can run out. Mitch Haniger 6 for 12 in the series.
Yeah, you're right about that. 4 doubles and a home run in the series for Mitch Haniger, who will lead off. Cameron Maybrin is going to hit second. He did not play in last night's ballgame. Back in the lineup today, hitting second. Ryan Haley hitting 6th in the lineup, was 3 for 4 last night. A couple of doubles and an RBI for Ryan. But the lineup has certainly worked. Normally we would see Span hitting second, but he's getting the afternoon off. Maybin back in the lineup, so that's why he's going to hit second. But this change in the lineup has really worked well for the Mariners, so I think Scott is just going to ride it out. May as well, right? Won all 3 games so far.
And Span hitting 6 for 10 in this series. Scott Service talking about how he and Span have good conversations about when, you know, very authentic. Hey, I need a blow. I may need a blow here and there. Don't want to wear him out. He's 34 years old. He said, if he's 28 years old, I'm running him out there again today. But it's a different story now.
And Dallas Keuchel, one of the best ground ball pitchers in the big leagues. Ground ball rate is 3rd overall. 3.53 ERA in 148 innings. He has 110 strikeouts. Opponents hitting 252 against him. He's given up 14 home runs. This will be his 4th start against the Mariners. He is 1-2 with a 4.98 ERA against the Mariners this year.
Keuchel lost his first 2 meetings to the Mariners.
And the defense, Tony Kemp will get the start in center field. Tyler White at first base. Gurriel out of the lineup today. Martin Maldonado will do the catching, so he will try to shut down the running game. One of the best throwing arms in the big leagues.
Seen lots of him over the years. Recently coming over from the Angels. Mariners beat Keuchel back on April 16th in Seattle. Beat him here in Seattle on June 5th. And he won at Seattle on the 1st of August. As he went 7 innings, 8 hits, 3 runs all earned. Struck out 2, walked 1, and did give up a home run.
His average fastball, 89 miles an hour. Cutter, curve, occasional changeup from him. Again, he's going to try to sink the ball and keep it on the ground. Mariners will try to get him up in the zone.
And this will be the first time after 3 nights not seeing a big-time high heat 95-plus thrower on the mound for Houston.
For the Mariners, the first 3 nights, all 3 pitchers with ERA under 3, all of them all-stars this year, and now you get Keuchel, whose fastball again at 89 miles an hour, but Cy Young Award winner.
Here is Mitch Haniger to lead it off. He was riding a great wave here since being inserted as a leadoff man in the series opener here in Houston. And we are underway. First pitch strike. Mark Ripperger got balls and strikes today. Nick Lentz at first. Doug Eddings, the umpire, at second, and Joe West is at third. Haniger 3 for 19 against Keuchel. Brad Adam in the pregame show is talking about the heat and humidity. 93 degrees outside.
And missing with a cutter right there. The Mariners are 3rd in the American League in hitting. They went through their struggles in July, but August has turned things around. They swung the bats well in this series.
Ball back. StatCast AI, powered by AWS. Hit hard, and there's Mitch Haniger ringing out a base hit. Great start for the Mariners, 7 for 13 in this series.
Houston had the shift on, and he hits the ball the other way. It's on the ground, but picks up a base hit. So it's going to be a cut fastball, trying to get it in on his hands. Jams him a little bit. It's actually the 2-seamer running back to the middle of the plate, but going the other way with it.
Here's Cameron Maben. Career 5 for 11 against Keuchel. Cameron in left field today. Shows bunt. Big strike. Be interesting to see how he throws today. His throwing elbow barking a little bit on him. Doesn't know how it happened. It's one of those things that's cropped up recently.
Wear and tear of the season, Dave. That's how it happens.
Yeah, he couldn't cite a specific thing when we were talking earlier in the hallway. But he said he woke up and it just didn't feel real good. But he's comfortable playing in left field. He's done some left field with Miami.
Well, it's a shorter throw for him, and Segura can go out a little bit further and help him out if he has to get the ball back in. It will happen from time to time if the outfielders are having an issue with their arm. Infielders are aware of it, and they'll shorten up the distance.
There's Bregman going to Gonzalez. And they get Maben. They get the 5-4-3 double play over to Tyler White.
We talked about the ground ball pitcher that Keuchel is, so you'll see this quite a bit today. Trying to keep the ball on the ground. They turn the double play.
We'll bring up Gene Segura. 4 for 12 in the series. Mariners have done a good job driving in runs. 10 for 23 runners in scoring position. A 434 clip in the 3 games here.
Yeah, that's been great to see, and even more impressive when you think of the quality of the pitching that they've been facing.
Look at the pitching leaderboard. And Verlander and Morton and Cole, they're all over. Gene, a couple of home runs against Keuchel. He's 6 for 25. Bouncing ball through the hole, base hit. Segura, 7th leading hitter in the American League. He's aboard with 2 outs. Sets up for Nelson Cruz.
Nelson hitting .333 with 5 home runs against Keuchel. And in this series, he has been hitting the ball hard, locked in.
But the double below the line, but left center field, I think it cranked. What was that, 112 exit velo?
That had to be.
Not surprisingly, the infielders are deep. So is the outfield. About took Gurriel's glove off with a base hit in this series. Ball hit up the middle. Gurriel was playing at second base. Gonzalez is at second today. 1-0 pitch.
Pretty good changeup.
He's got one of the better changeups around.
Very good changeup. Opponent's hitting just 196 on his changeup this year.
Correa. Oh, a little too casual. Throws out Cruz. Couple of hits, a runner stranded. Astros coming to bat. Good look at happenings at Minute Maid Park here. Mariners going for this sweep. The Mariners on the season series are 6-6 against Houston, 4-1 here. Let's take a look at the Astros batting order for this afternoon against Erasmo Ramirez.
Houston 4th in average in the American League. Tony Kemp going to lead things off. Really swung the bat well in the first 2 games, but was 0 for 4 last night. Evan Gattis, the DH and cleanup hitter, 21 home runs on the year. Tyler White drove in the only 2 runs for Houston last night. He will hit 7th in the lineup. For Erasmo, just 2 starts all the way back in April. 0-2 ERA at 10.24 and 9 2/3. He has 6 strikeouts. Opponents hitting .333 against Erasmo.
Going to work from the stretch. Pounds in a strike.
Typically throws a lot of strikes. Very good changeup for him, but also throw a cutter and a slider. His average fastball this year, 89 miles an hour.
Couple of trips to the DL for Ramirez. Been frustrating for him. First time right shoulder lat dorsey strain. And then he had another shoulder strain. Seager will take a look. Nope, about 1 roll away.
And the defense for the Mariners. Cameron Maven in left field, not center, in left field. Heredia out in center. Andrew Romine will get the start at second base. D. Gordon getting the afternoon off, and Mike Zunino not start last night, but he will get the start and do the catching.
So Ramirez's 3rd start. He was the loser at Texas on April 22nd. Lost at Cleveland on the 27th. Romine. Nice play. Good job by Healy. But they get totally barreled over. 1 out.
Yeah, I think you have to give Kemp some credit too. He saw that he was going to be in the baseline, knew he was going to be out, was able to take a step to the side, not run right into him. Play by Romine, testing him right away. Gets rid of it quickly, and no collision. Good play by both of them.
Good athleticism and professional courtesy. Speaking of second baseman, a guy named Cano expected to arrive in San Francisco tomorrow night and eager to play on Tuesday. Said to be getting today off. There's Bregman, pounds on off his foot. Bregman 1 for 3 yesterday. Pitch count today for Erasmo, if he's throwing well. His big league start since April, 3rd start of the season. Scott Servais said, it'll be the eye test today.
Yeah, I'm looking for a competitive 5 innings.
And again, you might see Felix Hernandez coming out of the pen for the first time in his career. Oh, 2 here to Bregman.
Will also be interesting when we get towards the end of the ball game if the Mariners have a lead. I doubt we'll see Colomé or Diaz. We'll see how Scott wants to piece that together, he and Mel.
He said somebody else has got to get us some outs. We need outs from people. He said if it was September 12th instead of August 12th, different story.
Of course. Yes, yeah, that is a fact. But we talked about it with Diaz and now for Colomé. Both of them basically pitch on the same days all the time now and have been terrific.
A great combination.
It has been. But we saw him mix and match in the 7th inning yesterday, which was good to see. Haniger will take care of this. In the 7th inning yesterday, and that worked out well for the Mariners. Nick Benson is throwing the ball much better now. Kozlov's has been good all year. We got some options.
Talked to Scott about in a conversation about Colomé. I said, hey man, I really like the fact that he's working inside so effectively. He said, well, you know, I sort of let my pitching coach take care of that and the catchers. So it's sort of like a psychologist. You know, you just, you can.
Scott, a former catcher.
Right, you can answer your own questions. And he says, you know, I give my stamp of approval. I told him, I said, hey man, been here a while. It's nice to see somebody coming out of the pen, somebody on the staff consistently. Hey man, back off the plate, and they're coming up and in.
Let's really set things up for his slider. He typically will do that when he gets 2 strikes on a hitter just to make him a little bit uncomfortable, and they go right to that slider or cutter at 90 to 92 miles an hour. really worked out well for him.
Correa 0 for 3 yesterday. Big swing.
There's the cutter. 87 miles an hour. His fastball has been 90 so far this afternoon.
I can only imagine how excited Erasmo is right now. I mean, he hasn't been on the mound in a big league game since the 27th of April, and here we are, August 12th. Straight up in the infield. Bounce foul. Correa just came back for this series off the DL. Lower back issue. 1-2 strikes. 2-2. Evan Gaddis is on deck. Ramirez holding right-handers to .231 batting average in his 2 games. Lefties .379. Seager takes care of it, and Erasmo, welcome back. 1-2-3 in the first. Not bad. When we come back, Kyle Seager leads off for the Mariners. Dallas Keuchel marks a little change here in this series in Houston as the Mariners get ready for the top of the second. A lot of hard throwers. First 3 games of this series. Mariners looking for their first ever 4-game sweep against the Houston Astros as Kyle Seager leads off. Seager, Healy, and Zunino 5, 6, and 7.
Kyle, the only left-handed hitter in the lineup against Keuchel, but 3 home runs in his career against Dallas Keuchel.
3 for 13 against Keuchel as Bregman in on the grass, the only defender left side. Bregman up close, everybody else to the right. Good count, 2-0.
Kyle with an RBI double in last night's game. Solid line drive out to right center.
And a 4-pitch walk. So we're talking about contrast in styles. First 3 guys are fireballers. And there you have it. Some of the numbers there, Mike.
Yeah, first 3 starters, 95 plus all the strikeouts that they had. Fastball at the top of the strike zone. We saw a lot of that, mixing in their breaking ball with it. But Keuchel, just 89. You can see the strikeout, the difference, just 110 strikeouts for Dallas Keuchel again. He will throw his fastball, but he's going to sink it at the bottom of the zone, mix in a cutter with it, and try to get as many ground ball outs as possible, where the rest of the guys are trying to strike you out. So a big difference. First three right-handers and now the left-hander today.
Keuchel, 2015 Cy Young Award winner. Here's Ryan Healy. Big day yesterday.
Yeah.
How about that? 3 for 4. And he hit the ball with authority. It's his 5th 3-hit game this season.
That was interesting. Before the game, I was talking to Edgar Martinez about him, and been struggling a little bit lately. And Edgar said he was just kind of in between. And what that means is that he's late on the fastball and out in front of the off-speed pitches. And he wanted him to be committed to hitting the fastball. All hitters go through it from time to time. And we went through this drill yesterday where they went in the cages, shortened up to the L screen where they throw from, and made the distance a lot shorter so that they could throw the fastball in there with a little extra on it. And look at last night, he ended up with 3 hits all on the fastball, and he was driving the ball all over the ballpark, which was good to see.
Did not go as they checked out with Nick Lentz.
So I think sometimes for hitters, you just have to be committed to what you're doing and work from there. And for them, they wanted him to hit the fastball, especially early in the count.
Get that refocus. I'm sure they showed him video and data. Certainly he ran well aware.
Yeah, he was on it. Yep, no question about that.
2-1 pitch. Bravo. It's good to see a guy have a breakthrough like that, because it's been a tough go for him.
Well, it is, especially when you put all the work in, and that's what Edgar was telling me. He says he works really hard and trying a bunch of different things, but it looked like that worked for him yesterday, and so hopefully that you gain some confidence. And that's the other thing that Edgar talked about. Sometimes when you're hitting and you're struggling, you just need to see the ball in the outfield grass, and picking up a few hits always helps.
Double to left, single to right, and a double to pretty much just the left of center field. And off the glove of Maldonado, and on the run is Seager to second. He'll hold right there. He's not running on Maldonado, not with that cannon he's got.
That might be a pass ball.
Pass ball. Mariners have their first runner in scoring position. Haley with 57 runs batted in on the season. Up the middle, Correa can't get it. And Seager slid into third, but he's going to score anyway. He popped up quickly. So Healy picks up RBI number 58. Mariners have a 1-0 lead here in Houston in the second inning.
Yeah, he's going to hear about it as he goes to the bench. There's the base hit. Kyle wasn't sure of Correa. He knew he was going to dive for it. Wasn't going to sure if he was going to try to throw behind him, but then Kyle picks up Scott Brocious, the third base coach. It ends up scoring. Ryan Healy, stay hot.
Here's Mike Zunino, 0 for 4 on Friday. Made his big league debut against the Astros June 12th of the 13 season. Went 1 for 4. To left field. Kyle Tucker for the out. Make sure you get ready to belt out the lyrics to some of your favorite songs with thousands of fellow Mariner fans at Sing Along Fireworks Night. It's presented by T-Mobile. It's going to take place Friday after the Mariners host the Dodgers at 7:10. For tickets, go to mariners.com. Dodgers starting today, even with Arizona. Both teams at 64 and 54 top the National League West. And both teams are on the upcoming schedule to be playing at Arizona in a couple of weekends. Here's the guy who made the catch yesterday, Guillermo Heredia. There's a guy that is always playing at full tilt.
The catch was made in the 8th inning. Definitely would have tied up the ball game. Mariners hanging on to a 3-2 lead. That'll end up being the final.
Yet another one-run decision, 29-14. Games decided by 2 runs or less, 44-17. Serious numbers there. Good take. Already a 4 for 14 against Keuchel. And a 2-2 count. Walk, a pass ball, and a Healy RBI single. 1-0 Mariners here in the second. Swing and a miss. Keuchel's first strikeout, 2 down. And that will bring up Andrew Romine.
Romine hitting 9th in the lineup. So Haniger waiting on deck.
Ball 1.
Houston is straight up on the infield, shading towards right. It's Tony Kemp, center fielder. Starting to work that cut fastball in on the hands.
Yeah, tough pitch. Romine, the month of August with 4 hits. Back to it. Romine 4 for 15 this month, 267 with a double. Slow roller to Correa. Easy flip to second to Gonzalez, and that'll do it. But the Mariners got some productivity. Get a run on the board thanks to Ryan Healy. A walk and a pass ball. 1-0 Seattle. S'il vous plaît, Brad. Here is Evan Gaddis. He'll be followed by Marwin Gonzalez and Josh Reddick.
Gaddis with a couple of home runs off of Erasmo. I want to be careful with him. Gaddis 21 home runs on the year.
What a cut. Gaddis 0 for 4 last night's game. Erasmo, 2 ground outs and a fly out in the first inning.
It's a good pitch. Back just off the outside corner. Gets ahead 0-2. Oh, Erasmo, his first time around with the Mariners, that used to be a problem. 0-2, 1-2, too many mistakes in the middle of the plate. That was a quality pitch right there. There was his cutter.
Astros in first place in the West, up 3.5 on Oakland, 5 on the Mariners. Mariners, after this ball game, jump on the jet, go to San Francisco, play the A's for the next 2 nights and 1 day as Gaddis swings through. Strikeout number 1 for Erasmo Ramirez. One of the premier series of the summer is right around the corner. Join the Mariners at Safeco Field starting Friday. They host the Dodgers for a weekend series. Action-packed baseball, fireworks, and good times. Head to Mariners.com for your seats. Dodgers will be without Kenley Jansen. Heart issues, going to be disabled up to at least a month. Sorry to hear that. Speedy recovery to the great closer for the Dodgers. Switch hitter Marwin Gonzalez. Strokes one into center field, base hit. First hit for the Astros.
Talked about Erasmo and his ability to throw strikes. He throws a lot of strikes, and Gonzalez, the veteran, paying attention. First pitch fastball at 91 miles an hour. And it's toward the outer half of the plate, but elevated, belt high, and he lines it into center field.
Gonzalez was 0 for 4 in yesterday's game, but we're all well aware, heck of a hitter against the Mariners, a .312 career hitter. Here's Reddick. Shift on for him. And he looks at a strike. Reddick 3 for 21 against Erasmo.
Twenty pitches, 16 strikes.
See, Nick Rumbelow was sent back to Tacoma. He's here for about a day and a half, I guess it was. Popped up out of play. Talk about how eventful the schedule is for the Mariners, finishing up 4 games here with Houston, get Oakland for 3, the Dodgers for 3, and then right back with Houston a week from tomorrow at home. Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday afternoon, then go to Arizona for 3, San Diego for 2, Oakland for 4. Gets us into Labor Day weekend.
Well, we've been talking about that, and it's going to be a tough month.
Tell you what, these boys make the playoffs. It'll be well earned.
Yeah, you are right about that. Difficult schedule this month, and good to see them playing some good baseball here in this series, getting things turned around.
Guillermo's got this covered, coming in, makes the play. All right, since we've been doing these games, we've seen Guillermo in center, Goody in center, Martin in center. Just got traded. Austin Jackson. Been spoiled. And of course, obviously, go back to Junior and Mike Cameron. But I'd like to see some pretty good center field play.
Very good center field play.
No doubt if your reigning center fielders is Junior, Gap, then Campbell. Right? Love Cammy to death, but there's a gap.
Well, yeah, first ballot Hall of Famer.
Come on. Astros legends home run hitting contest here. Jeff Blum, Craig Biggio, Preston Wilson, and Luke Scott. No report from the trainers, at least today.
Yeah, we'll see.
Tomorrow's another day, but they put on a nice show. Biggio came up a little bit short. Luke Scott went on a tear. Biggio in the first round hit a bunch, and we were up here in the booth. Take a blow, sit, rest. You get another round, you're good.
Luke Scott was hitting him in the second deck.
And left-handed,
yeah.
Much longer stroke than the right side. And what's this now? I'm casting my vote in a showdown. Mike Flowers in an upcoming series. If you give Jen, I tell you what, if you give him Mike's new driver and a new Pro V1, let's have it. That would be the best bet. That way I know your back's not going to go out.
And I'd be willing to probably do that one. The
other,
I
know you would do that. Come on, don't give me that.
The
Come on.
Nice try, Jen.
Yeah. That's why I went with the golf. I haven't seen you hit a baseball recently, but I've seen you tee it up.
And we were watching that. Gary Hill over on the radio side was asking me about swinging a bat, and I said, I bet it's been 18, 19 years.
That's right. Don't do what I did, because it was 18, 19 years since I last played basketball. Put a bump, bump.
Yeah.
3-1 to Tyler White. A lesson learned.
Yes.
Strike 2 on the corner.
A quality strike.
2 outs. Gonzalez will be on the move. Ramirez comes set. There goes Gonzalez, and down the right field line, getting foul.
Saw this yesterday with White. They pitched him away.
Especially after seeing him hit that slider off of Diaz a few nights ago. What was that, the first game?
Yeah, Diaz just missed his location on it. It was an 0-2 pitch too, I believe, and it was a slider in the middle of the plate. Haven't seen much of that lately from him, but everything else been away.
3-2 pitch. Gonzalez runs and popped up. Let's see if Z's got a play. No, he doesn't. 8th pitch will be coming up.
I was a little bit surprised too in that home run contest. They had 3 minutes to get as many swings. You can get a lot of swings in 3 minutes. That's a long time to be out there. I think a number of them called timeout, didn't they?
As well you should.
Yeah.
Just like one time training with a boxer, 3 minutes is a long time. Do it again at 3-2. Haniger towards the line with room, and he's there to make the catch. No runs, a hit, no errors, and a man left. 1-0 Mariners. Philly, second inning. RBI has the Mariners on top 1-0. Time now for our CenturyLink What's Next. And how appropriate is this? We go to Oakland. Monday is National Lefties Day. Yep, Marco Gonzalez, Sean Manaea. Then James Paxton, Mike Fiers, Mike Leake, Brett Anderson.
Good pitching matchups. Should be a lot of fun.
Here we go, second time through the order. Here's Mitch Haniger, followed by Maben and Segura. Mitch, man, is he locked in? 2 for 2. Hitting the ball with authority.
Likes hitting leadoff. Solid base hit, being aggressive early in the count, getting a fastball. It is up a little bit, probably belt high. Mariners a game and a half back of Oakland. An important series.
Here's Maben. See if he can move Haniger along. Haniger with the 2 hits already is 8 for 14 in this series. The other way, line drive right at Reddick. There's Gene Segura, base hit to left first time. 7th career hit off of Dallas Keuchel. Ball 1. Straight up in the infield for Gene. Laid off of that pitch.
When you get into these counts against Keuchel, you really have to try to get the ball elevated a little bit. He's going to either go with a changeup or try to sink it. And there's the changeup.
3-0. Outstanding year for Gene Segura. There's a strike, 3-1.
I think sometimes hitters try to do too much, especially we were talking about it earlier, seeing all these fastballs for the first 3 days, and then Keuchel at 89, 90. Try to do too much sometimes, and that's where he's going to get the ground ball.
Hammered foul.
That was a good pitch to hit. It was on the inside corner, but again above the knees.
Gene with a base hit to left in the first, his 139th hit. He started the day tied with Edwin Rosario for 3rd in the American League. J.D. Martinez leading in hits, home runs, RBI, second in batting average. He's having a spectacular year for the Red Sox. 3-2 pitch. Comes Reddick. He's got pretty good wheels. That might work. It does. Base hit.
For Gene, his second base hit.
So parachutes one right down the line, and here come the Mariners with 1 out, a couple of men aboard.
Gets jammed a little bit, but able to keep it fair. Reddick was over towards right center field.
The speed on the base paths plus Haniger and Segura. And now you got the big man, Nelson Cruz. 8th in slugging in the American League. Ball 1.
Grounded out his first time up.
Now he tied for 4th in home runs. He's 4th in road batting average at .330.
And he has been hitting the ball hard.
Oh, baby. Yes, he has. Tied for 9th in runners in scoring position batting average at .337. Got some work to do here. 1-1. blasted one off the wall left center field. It was below the yellow line. Scored 2 runs last night's game. 2-1. You can see why Maldonado held it there for a long time.
And a long look from Keuchel too. He knows he has to get that pitch. 2-1, a good count for Nelson. Comes right back with it. And a good changeup.
There you go, cruising Haniger at top the list on the Mariner Ball Club. Seager, Healy, Segura.
Healy has driven in the 1 run today.
2-2 to Nelly with 2 on. Swing and a miss. Second strikeout for Keuchel, 2 down here in the 3rd with a couple of men aboard.
Get down out of the strike zone. Pretty good pitch. That looked like the cutter that time. Bring up Kyle Seager. Kyle walked and has scored the 1 run in the ball game. He was getting a little bit of a break. There was a pass ball after he had walked, and then Healy came up with the base hit to score him.
Correa joins Gonzalez on the right side of the infield. Heels on the grass. Swing and a miss.
Kyle with 3 career home runs off of Keuchel. He has been swinging the bat well also over the last week and a half. Doubling an RBI last night.
Keuchel, 260 batting average lefties against him. Giving up 3 homers, 250 to right-hand hitters, and 11 home runs. 30 years old. 7th round pick of the Astros back in '09. Born and raised in Tulsa, Oklahoma. He's an Arkansas Razorback. Two and 1.
I think it's going to be too much longer before Keuchel says something to the home plate umpire, Mark Rippiger.
I already started the clock.
Yeah, he's looked in there a lot. A lot of borderline pitches down that he has to have, and he's not giving it to him.
Maldonado just joining the club recently, so still in the getting to know you phase. Getting to know all about you.
And I had a reputation for a lot of trips out to the mound.
But not like Gary Sanchez.
No, not like that. No.
That's another level. 2-2. Two outs. Haniger at second, Segura at first.
You see that ground ball rate on his fastball at 62.5%, the best in the big leagues.
Swing and miss, struck, him out. Gets a couple of men aboard, comes back with 2 strikeouts to end this threat. 1-0 Mariners. Series against the Astros. You know, distraction occurs anytime you take your eyes off the road. If you're on the road, off the phone, let's reach our target zero goal together. Zero traffic deaths in your family, zero traffic deaths in our state. Erasmo Ramirez, first action since the 27th of April. Fouled off.
Throwing a lot of strikes. 33 pitches, 24 strikes.
Facing 8, 9, and 1 in the order here. Tucker, Maldonado, and Kemp.
Yeah, just giving up the one base hit. He's commanded the strike zone. Looks like he has a pretty good cutter today. Still trying to get a feel for his changeup. Curveball for a strike.
6 of 8 first pitch strikes. Inside to Tucker. Here is battling Tucker. He's a baby, 21 years old. Big kid, 6'4". A lot of arms, a lot of legs at 190. Just his 17th game. He called for AAA yesterday, second big league stint. Last played in the up here at the big leagues, it was against the Mariners, 1 for 3. Back on the 31st of July.
And missing with the changeup, so it was ahead of him 0-2. The count goes full, missing with that changeup.
17th game for Tucker. Erasmo with 1 strikeout, giving up 1 hit. Line drive right at Maben. 1 down here in the 3rd. On Saturday, Mariners take on the Dodgers. 7:10 first pitch. And the first 15,000 fans, they're going to get a Mariners t-shirt courtesy of Sawtelle. To get your tickets to one of the premier weekend events of the summer, head over to mariners.com today. Look forward to catching up with Dave Roberts, manager for the Dodgers. Really tremendous ambassadors for the game of baseball. Good manager too. Took the team to the World Series last year. Lost to these Astros in 7. That was a great series.
It's a great series. A lot of fun to watch. Dodgers tied with the Diamondbacks for first place.
It'll be interesting to watch how they try to work out that closer situation with Jansen out for at least a month. That one fouled back by Maldonado. Maldonado in his 10th game since coming over from the Angels. Backhand there by Segura. Throws out Maldonado. 2 down. Top of the order now. Second time through, it'll be Tony Kemp.
I don't know, Dave. I think with Segura, underrated on the strength of his arm. He makes that look easy. And it's a clothesline across the infield. No problem at all. And thinking about that a little bit when he first came over, because he'd been playing second base. Primera Supermo takes his time, but a strong throw with little effort.
And we've seen him when he's had to load up. He can really bring it too. Got that next level. So last year he made those spectacular double plays here in the infield. A couple of game-saving plays. Throws a guy out at the plate. Throws a guy out at second for a force. Tony Kemp grounded out to Romine, who's at second base today. DeGord's shoulder, left shoulder. Remember, he slid into second, hit Gurriel's shin. Give him a day off.
Well, it's one of those plays because Gurriel was able to get his feet up off the ground. Didn't think much of it when he saw it full speed, but then you see it in slow motion, and he hit it pretty good, that shoulder. You see him trying to work through it, stayed in the game, but figured he was going to be sore today. There's a look at that play as he dives into second, hits him right there. And here's where you can really see it. Just almost look like his collarbone.
That's not good.
No.
Edge to Ramirez, 0-2. Thought he finished him off. Ball with 2 strikes. Kemp is really some kind of player. Play any outfield position. He's got plenty of speed. Takes great routes too. He's a pesky hitter.
Well, the Mariners were finally able to handle him last night. He went 0 for 4. First 2 games, it seems he was nothing but on base.
1 for 3 with a walk. 3 for 4, 2 runs batted in, runs scored.
We've seen this a couple of times now where Erasmo has been able to get ahead 0-2, 1-2 and count runs full.
Nibbling too much?
Just trying to be careful. I think for him, it's been a long time since he's been out there. He has a 1-run lead that he's trying to hang on to and doesn't want to make any mistakes.
3rd full count.
Talking about it earlier in the game, his first time through with the Mariners, that was a problem for him, getting ahead 0-2, 1-2, and then making mistakes in the middle of the plate. So he's trying to avoid that.
Right to Gene, stays down on it. Good inning. 1, 2, 3. That's 5 consecutive retired by Erasmo Ramirez with a 1-0 lead. Seattle Mariners baseball on Root Sports is brought to you by Safeco Insurance. Find a local agent at safeco.com. Do more. By Steel. To find your local Steel dealer, visit steeldealers.com. And by Country Financial. When it comes to planning for your future, start with simple steps today at countryfinancial.com. First baseman, Hall of Famer Jeff Bagwell. Saw him yesterday, Parade of Legends here. You played against him at some point?
Yeah.
As Healy hits one to the shortstop, Correa.
I thought it was really neat yesterday when Bagwell, when they were done with the ceremonies and stuff like that, and Scott's service, it was, I don't know, probably 10 minutes before the game, but he and Scott came out of the dugout. Obviously they were teammates and had a nice long conversation. I bet that was a lot of fun for them to catch up.
Scott playing 284 games for the Astros, 91 to 95, total 21 home runs during that time. 1 out as Healy grounds out. Here's Mike Zunino. Flies out to left. Keuchel so far struck out 3. Got out of a jam in the 3rd. Leadoff single by Haniger after a line out by Maven, a base hit by Segura. So 2 on 1 out, and he strikes out Cruz and Seager. Another ground ball to Correa. Some arm he's got, isn't it? 2 outs. We'll take a look at the Jet Closing Easy to Use standings. That's why we're greedy today. Get a win today. Get a win today. Get a couple in Oakland. And hope for some help. Whoever the Yankees are playing. Who you root for? Whoever the Yankees are playing.
It's interesting in this game how quickly things can change as far as your attitude and the way you feel about things. The Mariners not playing well in Arlington, but in the first 3 here, and now just a game and a half back of Oakland. Oakland will be playing at the Angels today.
There's Guillermo. Texas Rangers not helping the cause. Yankees 7-0 in the 7th. Stanton started the game with a home run, his 30th, his 5th in 6 games. And this is without Judge and Sanchez.
Yeah, he's scary when he gets hot.
The old hit it out of any park. Yellowstone Park, Jellystone Park.
It was a couple of days ago I saw him hit a home run out to right center field, and he hit it, and I thought it was a fly ball out, and it ended up well back into the seats, and he knew it too when he hit it.
Wow. Good inning for Keuchel. 7 pitches, 2 assists and a putout for Correa. To the home 4th, it'll be Bregman, Correa, and Gaddis coming up. There we go. Yep. Day pass. Learn more at soundtransit.org. Mariners going for their first 4-game sweep of the Houston Astros, right now leading 1-0 as we go bottom 4. And Ryan Rowland-Smith joins us right now. And Ryan, your thoughts on what Mr. Ramirez has shown in just his 3rd start, his first action since late April?
Anything to be concerned about watching him? He's throwing so many strikes, right? They're quality strikes, but getting ahead of some of these hitters and then letting them back into the counts. Yeah, I think for him today, for Ramirez, Ryan, they were talking about him going 90 pitches, 5 innings. Scott said that if he was throwing the ball well and didn't have a lot of stress, that he was going to let him go, and that seems to be the case so far. Hey, Ryan, one more thing from me, and you mentioned it earlier about the bullpen, and I doubt that we'll see Colomé today, and probably not even Diaz, but they both have gone 3 days in a row, and somebody that has pitched out of a bullpen, can you just kind of explain how that works and what's too much or not? It's easier when you're looking at the starters and they go every 5th day, but for the bullpen, it can be a little bit confusing at times.
Ryan, thanks so much. Catch you on the post-game show. There's Alex Colomé, 8 pitches, and very efficient work there by Erasmo Ramirez. 1-0 Mariners. having a conversation about how Mr. Colomay wears his cap. Having some fun with Edward Diaz and Alex Colomay.
Yeah, and those two pitching the first 3 games in this series, and I doubt that we'll see him today.
Romine fouling one off to start things off here. Romine, Haniger, and Maben 9-1 and 2. Good to see. I see the boys with a sense of humor with the veteran umpire. Hey man, next time I get a close one, you can give me one, huh? I'm trying to work the outside edge there, Joe. Keep it in mind. You know what I'm saying?
There might have been some of that too. It's all right.
2. Hey Joe, you missed one the other night. Around a long time.
Yes, he has.
Romine bounces foul.
The Mariners scoring their run in the 2nd inning, and it appears that Dallas Keuchel has really pitched well in those last 7 ball games. He's settled in. Location has been excellent. He's down at the bottom of the strike zone again. Every now and then he will elevate a fastball, but he's good 2-seamer, good changeup, has the cutter working.
Just joining his 2nd inning, a walk to Seager, pass ball the 2nd, RBI single by Healy on a 2-2 pitch. Produced the only run in this ball game. Mariners threatened again in the 3rd. Haniger singled. Maben lined out to right. Segura singled, so you got runners at 1st and 2nd. 1 out. Cruz and Seager struck out. There's base hit. Andrew Romine, his 5th hit here in the month of August. We got Haniger's 2 for 2. He's coming up next. Attention, Game of Thrones fans. Head to Safeco Field on Monday, August 20th for Game of Thrones night with the Seattle Mariners. Purchase at mariners.com/Game of Thrones and receive an exclusive bobblehead of King Felix himself sitting on the Iron Throne. Haniger on base 9 of 15 times here in this series. 2 for 2 with base hits today.
There's D getting the afternoon off. And he slammed his shoulder into the shin of Gurriel yesterday, diving into 2nd base.
Good count for Mitch, 2-0. And that toe hasn't completely healed. He's been playing along with it. But, you know, his speed, Scott Service talking to the media about that, his speed's off a tick, and it's still top level. Elite speed in the game of baseball. Jim Brower, one of the pitching coaches. 2-0. Mariners won last night's game 3-2. Wade LeBlanc goes to 7-2. Diaz picked up his 45th save. See that on once or twice a game from Maldonado. I don't blame him. I got a cannon. I'm going to show it off.
Because Romine really wasn't that far. He just wanted to throw the ball down there. He has a great arm.
Oh my goodness. Quick feet. I think one time last year, maybe a year before last, I think he threw somebody out from his knees, breaking ball, and just gunned it down to 2nd.
Would not be surprised by that.
Full count here to Mitch. Cameron Maben on deck. Haniger moved into the leadoff spot for this series, and he's been on fire. Boy, that's a heck of a battle. Keuchel coming back to get the K. It's his 4th. Ball game, 1 out.
A couple of good changeups. 2-0, he came with the changeup, and here's another one. 8 81 miles an hour.
He's only 30, but he does qualify as a crafty left-hander.
May even hit the ball hard his last time up. Unfortunately, it was a line drive right at the right fielder.
Cameron's family joined him here on the trip. Enjoyed watching them. He's frolicking with his, 2 little girls and his son in the pool yesterday. Inside. So Maben got a good count, 2-0.
2-0 to Hanninger. It was a changeup. So he'll do the same thing here. Typically, he will not give in to the hitter. That was a cutter.
Checking out the Scott Brocious, third base coach. Chris Prieto at first.
Romine has good speed. Put something on. Keuchel is typically around the strike zone. So with 1 out, they may put on a hit and run, especially in a 2-1 count. Good count for it.
Count goes to 3-1.
Misses with the changeup.
Infield, double play depth. Bouncing ball, Correa right to the bag. 2 outs there, and the inning is over. 1-0. Mariners in the lead. The Healy second inning RBI. The difference. Rasmar Ramirez, 56 pitches through 4. Nothing Mariners. And join us Tuesday during Mariners game for Twitter Tuesday. You get 5 chances to win exciting prizes just by interacting with us on Twitter throughout the ball game. We'll be posting questions. Want to hear from you, so be sure to watch and follow us on Twitter at rootsports_NW. For giveaway rules, visit us at rootsports.com. This big league eats right there, the nachos. There's Marwin Gonzalez to lead it off.
Yeah,
Gonzalez, Reddick, and White.
The only hit for Houston. Gonzalez, it was a first pitch fastball, hit a line drive back up the middle.
One thing when J.D. Martinez, Stanton, Trout, and those guys come to bat, but I have the same uh-oh when this guy comes to plate against the Mariners, Marwin Gonzalez.
We were talking about that last night with him, and it has been amazing when you look at him. Especially last year, he had a really good year, but this year, even with his struggles, it seems that he always gets his hits against the Mariners.
325 this year with 2 home runs. As we mentioned, career 312.
He's a valuable player for A.J. Hinch. He can play everywhere.
Only thing we haven't seen him do, I'm sure he could. We haven't seen him catch and we haven't seen him pitch. I think we've seen him everywhere else. Almost.
I'm sure that he could give you an inning, right?
Solidly stroked. There we go again. Takes an aggressive turn. Heredia gets it back in as we check in with Brad Adam. Indeed. All right, Brett, thank you very much. Here's Reddick. When you're in high school, did you guys do an all-opponent team?
Like an all-star or an all?
Yeah, all-opponent team.
Yeah, we had an all-state team.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I mean, like guys in your league that, you know. Anyway, he's on my all-opponent team.
All-opponent team. No, I got what you're saying. Yes.
I mean, guys you played against.
Right.
We did that. Hate that son of a gun. Hate that son of a gun. He killed this season.
And it's amazing how many of them aren't the superstar guys.
Thank you. That's exactly the point. Because you can talk about JD and Trout and Stanton and Judge, but these are the guys right here. Folded big time.
Like a good changeup.
2 hits with the Astros. They belong to Marwin Gonzalez. Rasmus struck out 2. Hasn't walked anybody. He's looking for a double play here. Astros have turned 2. That's first base coach Alex Cintron. Gary Pettis, the coach, at third. His son, man, what a all-conference performer at the UW last year, now with the 49ers.
Good center fielder.
Talk about fighting it off. 1 and 2.
I think you see Tracer working both sides of the plate.
Ball and 2 strikes. Reddick doing a good job staying alive here. Tyler White's on deck. Getting all those off the end of the bat.
Well, changeups and Rosmo, it looks as if he's found his changeup. Much better command of it here in this inning.
This will be the 8th pitch coming up. Two balls, 2 strikes.
Something in the middle of the plate.
First action back here in the big leagues for Erasmo Ramirez since the 27th of April. Just 2 starts up here in the bigs. 0-2 for him. Long, loud foul.
This will be the 10th pitch of the at-bat.
Six foul balls by Mr. Reddick. Ramirez trying to turn it into a double play. Heredia coming on strong. Coming on, can't make the play. He took a half a step backwards at first. Drops in. So the Astros threaten now. First 2 men have reached here in the 5th inning.
I think you have to give a lot of credit, the veteran hitter. That was a changeup that was on the outside corner at the knees, and he hits it off the end of the bat. But 10 pitches, fouled off a number of quality pitches from Ramirez and picks up a base hit.
Man, what a battle that was. Tyler White flat out to right. He saw a lot of pitches in that at bat in the 2nd inning. 8 pitches before he was retired. Foul back. Casey Lawrence now warming up for the Mariners.
Scott Service saying 5, possibly 90 pitches for him, but 5 innings. Would like to get 5 innings out of Erasmo.
He pitched number 72 here. One to White. 1 for 2 RBIs in last night's game. And those are the only runs scored by the Astros. 2-run single in the 2nd inning. Seager has it, eat him up. Throws to first. Bases are loaded. Hard hit, smash, base hit. They're going to give him an E5. Give him an E5. So bases are loaded. Trouble here in the 5th inning.
It's a top spin line drive. Dave said it. He tried to just chest it up. Looked like he hit him on the wrist. Well, Stottlemyre. Casey Lawrence getting loose in the pen.
So bases loaded, nobody out in the 5th. Ramirez will have to get lefty swinging Kyle Tucker, the number 8 prospect in baseball, according to MLB.com. 21 years old and the youngest active player in the American League. First time up, he lined out to left. With a 1-0 lead being challenged here. Healy with his 2nd inning RBI.
Well, this is the first time that Ramirez has been in any trouble at all. Let's see how he responds.
Tucker, 21 years old, out of Tampa, Florida. Plant High School. 1-1. Got them loaded up. Gonzalez, Reddick, and White. One.
Missed with the changeup, comes back with a cutter in on his hands.
Astros 8-16 here at home against AL West opponents. They've lost 9 of the last 10, and overall they've lost 7 consecutive home games. 1-1 pitch. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Another cutter. 76 pitches, 51 strikes.
It's a big pitch. Here we go, 2-1. Back with a strike.
After a couple of cutters, he goes back with a 2-seam fastball, starts it off the plate and runs it back on the corner.
Look at those numbers there. Runners in scoring position. Good. No, not good. It's been a great series in that department for the Mariners, who are 11th, tied with Miami in the major leagues at 255 runners in scoring position, batting average. Pitch. Strike 3 called. Got him. Oh, yeah, that's a big one. Get a double play. Let's get out of this thing.
Well, he's able to repeat the same fastball. Again, 2 cutters in, one of them on the plate, one inside. Then he comes back with 2 two-seamers, top of the strike zone, definitely on the plate, no argument.
3rd strikeout for Ramirez. And that'll bring up Martin Maldonado. He grounded out to short. Bases loaded, 1 out. There's your ground ball. Segura, Romine over the first, double play. Mariners get out of it. 1-0 Seattle as we go to the 6th. Beautifully done. Huge pitch for the strikeout and a tailor-made room service double play, and Ramirez is out of trouble. No magic involved here. It was a great escape by Erasmo Ramirez.
It was pretty fancy is what it was. The strikeout and then the double play ball to get out of that inning. There's the double play, routine ground ball to Segura. And a quick turn.
Strike 1 to Segura. Off the fist, popped up. This will be handled by White.
I like seeing that emotion from Erasmo.
I totally agree. And again, he hadn't pitched up here in the big since the 27th of April, so I can only imagine how jacked he's got to be.
Well, you get in those situations, and I mentioned it as the first time that he was in any trouble at all, and he was in a lot of trouble right there with the bases loaded and nobody out. But to get the strikeout and then the double play ball, he's trying to gain the confidence of Scott Service and Mel Stottlemyre too, because it's been so long since he's been out there.
And the opportunity's there with Felix out in the pen now, so he's hoping to join this rotation. Adam Warren heating up in the pen for the Mariners. There's Nelson Cruz, ground out to short and strikeout. Astros 4th in batting runs and hits, 7th in home runs. Second only to Boston, runners in scoring position, hitting at 280. That's been a very effective pitch for Keuchel
his
throughout his
location,
career and tonight.
Yeah, exactly. And his location on the changeup has been excellent.
A lot of soft stuff, a lot of soft serve. One-two pitch. If he misses middle in, there's going to be a window broken out there.
Nelson's hit 5 home runs off of him in his career.
Correct the mundo.
So you're right about that. He makes a mistake.
Two balls, 2 strikes.
Cutter inside, see if he goes right back to the changeup. He's thrown him 3 changeups in a row.
Down to third to Bregman. So 2 outs here in the Mariners' top of the 6th. Take a 9-inning lunch break and enjoy matinee baseball at Safeco Field August 22nd when the Mariners host the Astros. Special 1:10 start time. Round up your friends, clients, and co-workers. Head over to Mariners.com for those tickets. And let's see. That will be the second to last Wednesday home matinee. Last one's against San Diego, September 12th. Mariner fans capturing the moment here. 1-0. Seager flinched a little bit. Kyle walked into second. Pass ball got him to second base. And then Healy on a 2-2 pitch singled him home. Single to center field. 1-1 to count.
Adam Warren getting loose in the pen.
Seager now 12 for 49. 3 homers against Keuchel.
He's not throwing too many fastballs right now, is he?
Not at all.
Change up, occasional cutter. You mix in a breaking ball.
Outfielder Tucker, Kemp, and Reddick pretty much straight away, although Kemp a few steps towards right pitch. Hit hard down the line, foul. Field pulled around to the right for Kyle. 2 out, nobody on. 1-2 pitch coming here from Keuchel. Long look into Maldonado. Kyle asks for and gets time. Maldonado getting a workout.
Everything that's at bat, 80 miles an hour, whether it's his changeup or his breaking ball. Kyle has done against left-handers, 282 this year.
Two pitch coming. Couldn't get him to bite. Full count. Healy's on deck. Kyle can keep it going here.
Ryan's driven into one run of the ball game. Kyle is the one that scored. There's a fastball at 90, the first one.
Did a good job protecting too, didn't he?
That was right borderline at the bottom of the zone. He was able to get it out of there.
The 8th pitch coming up.
Keuchel 92 pitches. Nobody getting loose in Houston's bullpen.
Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 5, and they've all been critically important for Dallas Keuchel. 1-0 lead for the Mariners. Scoring for their first ever 4-game sweep against the Astros, leading 1-0. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. Good to have you with us, everybody, here in Houston. Erasmo Ramirez, job well done.
Well, Scott Service said that he would like to get 5 innings out of him. He wasn't going to go past 90 pitches, and he goes 5 innings. 3 hits, didn't allow a run. No walks, key for him. Really good command today. 3 strikeouts, 79 pitches overall.
Time now for a Beacon Plumbing call to the pen.
Adam Warren will take over. This will be his 30th appearance. ERA just under 3, 40 strikeouts over 16 walks. Opponents hitting .234 against him. At the top of the lineup for Houston. His fastball in the low 90s and a slider.
Top of the order, Tony Kemp, Alex Bregman, Carlos Correa. High fly ball down the left field line. Out of play. I would say this, Ramirez banged out on a very big uptick. Bases loaded. Nobody out, and he survives it. Gets a strikeout and a double play.
I think everybody will feel pretty good about his outing today. His first time in a long time. Last start was in April at the major league level. Anytime you're out that long, that 1-2-3 first inning was big for him today.
Yep.
Settled in right away.
Ground ball to Romine at second for D. Gordon today. Tony Kemp, they've kept him quiet today. 3 groundouts. So 1 away. Here comes Bregman. He's 0 for 2 with a fly out to right and a pop up to the catcher in foul territory, Mike Zunino. Adam Warren got the win Friday night, 5-2 Mariners. Mariners came up with a 3 spot in the 8th. Like a 2-2 tie. Bregman a career 0 for 3 against Adam Warren.
A couple of good left-handers going to go away tomorrow night in Oakland. Gonzalez and Minaya. A good matchup.
Minaya with a no-hitter under his belt earlier in the season. No play. See Marco Tamarna looking to bounce back from a loss in his last start. James Pazos, who's heating up in the pen. 2-1 pitch. That goes 3-1. Badly outside. First walk given up by Mariner pitching today. MLB.TV is now available at a lower price for $49.99. You can watch every out-of-market regular season game live on or on demand. Your subscription includes MLB at Bat Premium, allowing you to watch live baseball on your favorite supported devices. Blackout and other restrictions apply, so visit MLB.TV to take advantage of this special offer. There's Correa, ground out the third and a strikeout.
Correa had been on the disabled list, joined the team on Friday, not playing Thursday's game.
Ground ball double play. Here's Segura across the bag. There you go. Timely as ever. Back-to-back innings. Quelling Houston with double plays. 10 pitches. Adam Warren, 1-0 Mariners. And for the Mariners, the Oakland Athletics, and since June 16th, my goodness, 35-12, 4 win streaks of 5 or more games. They were 11 games behind the Mariners on the 16th, and now lead the Mariners by a game and a half, and the Mariners have it in their hands to change that situation. 3 big games, Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday afternoon. And then we'll see them again at the end of the month, and they'll make their final trip to Seattle the last weekend of the season in September.
And the A's are playing the Angels this afternoon down in Anaheim. The Mariners win this game today, you might roll into Oakland only being a half game behind.
And Ryan Healy driven in the only run in the ball game, 2nd inning. Walked to Seager, took second on a pass ball, and 2-2 pitch. Ryan singled to center, brought him home.
Got a big base hit last night to drive in a run. Ended up with 3 hits. They hit the ball hard. Ryan with 21 home runs on the year.
They give him the right side of the infield. You've got Marwin Gonzalez along with Correa and Bregman left side. Outfield a little bit towards right. Keuchel getting ready to throw pitch number 98. He struck out 5, walked 1. The 1 walk did get him. Came around to score. Big lift for the Mariners. A fine 5-inning performance by Erasmo Ramirez. 2-2. Joe Smith.
Veteran right-hander, sinker slider.
At some angle he comes at you.
Been doing it for a lot of years.
In tight. Don't want those Healy arms extended. Keuchel 1 for 2, 1-2 against the Mariners this year. He won his last outing. That was on the 1st of August. Bouncing ball. Bregman cuts it off. Very accurate throw on the move, as we've seen. 1 out. Time now for our Geico This Date in MLB History. Take you back just 3 years ago. Remember this well, we were there. Sashi Iwakuma throws the 5th hitter in Mariners history. Throws it against the Baltimore Orioles, and Austin Jackson made the catch of the last out. 10 ground ball outs for Dallas Keuchel.
It is not a surprise. Mike Zunino looking for his first hit. Fly out and the ground out.
Bregman comes to get it. It's a foul ball. Well, E.J. Hinch told me the other day that Garrett Cole has a sense of humor. Proving it here. Actually, he said he had a good sense of humor. He's got one power fastball.
Yes, he does. I'm not sure what that is, but
his megaphone, I guess. Wants to be a cheerleader in his next life. 1-1. Look at the old films back in the college football in the 1920s. They use megaphones now, but they really used them back then. Ooh, drop down arm angle on that pitch. 2-2. Look out. Thank goodness for the screens.
Out in front of a cutter. 88 miles an hour right on the inside corner.
Got Brocious, third base coach. You know he is super zoned in when these right-hand pull hitters get up.
That's when they have the type of power that Mike does.
2-2.
Two hitters in a row able to work the count to full.
Season most in terms of pitches for Keuchel, 111 on July 3rd.
106 now. Joe Smith still throwing in the pen.
Was a 5-3 win at Texas. Payoff to Zunino. Mariners nursing a 1-run lead. Not anymore. We got a 2-0 Mariner lead. Mike Zunino. Way gone. Home run number 17. 37th RBI. How do you do?
That was off the windows.
Mikey Z just pounds one out of here.
I was able to get the count back to full, and Keuchel has not made too many mistakes, but that pitch was right in the middle of the plate.
15th home run he's given up, and 12th to a right-hander. My goodness, look at this.
Set up inside, ends up more middle in. And he knew it right away as it hits the glass. The roof had been open, that'd have been out of the stadium.
Guillermo to the right side. Gonzalez throws him out. Look where this thing hit. That's a man's home run.
Yes.
My goodness. 2 outs and a 2-0 advantage now. Here's Romine. Base hit to right last time, up 1 for 2.
Can't think of any cheap ones that Mike has hit this year. Huh?
So true. 135 team home runs for the Mariners, 10th in the league. Correa step into this throw. Gets Romine, highlight of the inning. Solo blast, Mike Zunino. That had to feel good coming off the bat, and it looked good as well as the Mariners have a 2-0 lead. Yes, he is. Brad and Ryan, thank you so much, fellas. 40,048 on hand here in Houston, where the Mariners have a 2-0 lead. Take a look at the rest of the Mariner calendar. As we mentioned, those 3 huge games with the A's starting tomorrow. And all big games here coming down the stretch. Good teams. Dodgers, Houston again, Arizona, San Diego, and then the A's one more time to close out the month. Gaddis to left field. Here's Maven. Making the play, 1 out.
And that is what Scott Service wants to see right now. You just heard Ryan talking about the bullpen, so he wants some quick outs, and able to get one right there.
And one of the guys warming up in the bullpen right now, Felix Hernandez on your left, along with James Pazos.
Nice job by Adam Warren.
Oh man, real good. Pazos, so that means looks like Felix is pitching the 8th inning. He gets plenty of time to warm up. 2-0 Mariners. Mike Zunino gives the Mariners a cushion. It's not a big cushion, but it's a cushion.
This is crushed. It's up over the railroad tracks, off the glass. And yes, the Mariners will take it. It was a 1-run lead. Now it's a 2-run lead because of that home run from Mike Zunino.
Mike's 17th home run, 37th run batted in. New pitcher is James Pazos.
46 appearances on the year, a 2.35 ERA, 33 strikeouts over just 7 walks. Opponents hitting .247. His fastball will be 92 to 95 miles an hour with a slider.
Felix Hernandez warming up in the pen.
Well, you have Marwin Gonzalez, who's a switch hitter, so Scott Service is going to have him turn around and hit right-handed. Then the lefty, Josh Reddick, is going to be on deck.
Marwin Gonzalez having a heck of a day, 2 for 2. 2 of the 3 hits for the Astros. Gonzalez 1 for 3 with a homer against Pazos. 1 out here in the 7th. Mariners got a Healy RBI in the 2nd. The mammoth home run by Zunino in the 7th. Healy in the 2nd, 7th for Zunino. And Pazos. Pretty good run on that pitch against Gonzalez. Marwin is a right-hand hitter, hitting .252 with 3 homers, 18 runs batted in. Came in .232 left-handed, 7 of his home runs, 28 runs batted in. Seager had just backed up a couple of steps too. 0-2 here. Josh Reddick on deck.
Couple of fastballs to Gonzalez. Probably about 3 or 4 days ago, that Scott Service was talking about Pazos and saying that we'll probably see his breaking ball a little bit more moving forward. Felt like some teams were starting to cheat on his fastball. Mix it up a little bit.
0-2 pitch. Slipped out of his hand.
Yeah, that was going to be the breaking ball, but it slipped. I think Scott makes a good point, too. It's just not a matter of whether he's throwing strikes with it or not, but you just show it to give them something to think about.
Seager, Segura, Romine, and Healy, the infield. The outfield, Maben, Heredia, and Haniger with Sanino behind the plate. Pazos, second man out of the pen after Ramirez. 5 outstanding innings. Oh, and he heated him up. Well done.
Showed him the breaking ball and the fastball up out of the zone. His fastball had some run to it. That really took off on him.
Surprising big time.
Yeah.
So 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th brings up Josh Reddick.
Felix still getting loose in the pen.
You heard right, and there it is. Put the shift on with Segura moving over to the right side. Romine backing out into the outfield. Reddick today, base hit to center and a fly out to center. That last time, 10 pitch at bat and dropped one just in front of Heredia. Two runs on 7 hits for the Mariners, 1 error, 4 left. No runs, 3 hits, no errors, and 3 left for the Astros. This inning starting to get a little bit long. It's certainly giving Felix plenty of time to get requisite number of warm-up tosses in. You're right. He's going to be fired up when he comes in.
I think he has. It's the adrenaline. Yep.
And
awesome.
He loses Reddick. Second walk issued by Mariner pitcher Warren. He walked Bregman in the 6th, but a double play got him out of trouble.
We have Tyler White.
Tyler White fly out to right field and reached on an error by Seager at third. Yanked way foul.
He was cheating on that fastball.
Sure was.
The left-handed hitter on deck. There you go. It's a fastball at 92 miles an hour. And he was going to swing at that fastball from the time he left the on-deck circle.
0-1. Oh, a one-legged stab.
That'll work.
Sure will. Nothing across in the 7th to the 8th, and Felix Hernandez. We'll see him next time out. His first relief appearance in his career. Nice work there by Pazos out of the pen. Mariners lead it 2-0. Seattle Mariners baseball and Root Sports is brought to you by Jack in the Box. Try something different, like Jack's Teriyaki Bowls, only at Jack in the Box for a limited time. By Money Tree, proud to make a donation to Mariners Care for every Mariners win. By CenturyLink, connecting you to the power of the digital world. And by BNSF Railway, sponsor of the BNSF Blast. We had one of those blasts. Mike Zunino in the 7th, extend the Mariner lead to 2-0 as we go top 8. The top of the order here, Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, Root Sports crew, new pitchers, Joe Smith.
Veteran right-hander, side armor. Average fastball at 88 miles an hour and a sweeping slider.
Haniger 2 for 3 today.
.39 appearances on the year. 3.69 ERA, 35 strikeouts and 31 2/3. Opponents hitting just 195 against him. Try to pitch at the bottom of the strike zone. He's just given up the 4 home runs this year. Good sinking fastball.
Oh boy, off the foot. That hurt. Haniger 0 for 2 against Joe Smith. Off the fist, ground ball to Correa.
Dallas Keuchel really pitched well today. 7 innings, 7 hits, a couple of runs, 1 of them earned. 1 walk, 5 strikeouts. He threw 112 pitches today.
One out here in the 8th. Busy day for Carlos Correa. 7 assists today. There's Cameron Maben. 0 for 3. He's bounced in at 2 double plays and lined out to right. Run hard. Safe. So Maben aboard with a base hit. Sets up nicely for Gene Segura.
Play by Bregman, throwing the ball across his body. Couldn't get much on it. Maben clearly safe. So good speed on the bases for the Mariners. Segura with a couple of hits today. It's 2 for 3.
And Correa smothers, gets to Gonzalez. Oh, that's a lovely double play. It's a killer for the Mariners. But that was really something special. 6 pitches for Joe Smith. What a DP that was. Well turned. 3rd time. It turned a double play. 2-0 Mariners. They're thrilled to have Carlos Correa back.
Primera super mode, the diving play. A shovel and a strong throw by Gonzalez as he barehands the ball to turn the double play. That'll end the 8th inning for the Mariners. Pazos going to stay in the game. Nick Vincent starting to get loose in the pen.
Billy Gurriel's on deck to pinch hit for Maldonado. So it did hit him. It reacted like it did. Delayed reaction. In the end, then Kyle Tucker's aboard.
Scott Service is holding things up, trying to take a look at it. Fastball inside. Say it hit his elbow.
Tying run to the plate here. Billy Gurriel. 1 for 6 against Pazos. Felix Hernandez warmed up. Doesn't appear he's going to be entering this game here. 1-0 pitch. Got the corner. Tucker not much of a lead at first. Up the middle, sharply hit. Here come the Astros. Hit batter and a base hit, now the top of the order.
And solid base hit right back up the middle on a fastball. We're going to have a pinch hitter maybe.
Colin McHugh is starting to heat up in the pen. As you look at Max Stassi, the 2 catcher.
Scott Service will see if he'll make a change. Nick Vincent getting loose in the pen. With a number of right-handed hitters after Stassi. Bregman, Correa, Gaddis.
And he's got to make the move, and here he comes. Nick Vincent will take over. 8th inning. Another threat by Houston. 2-0 Mariners. The standings here as the Yankees have already defeated the Texas Rangers, and the A's currently lead 3-0 first inning at Anaheim. Next stop for the Mariners will be Oakland, California. 3 big games. Nick Vincent takes over in a pressure situation here. First 2 men of reach in the 8th and a 2-0 Mariner lead.
41 appearances, a 4.38 ERA, and 37 innings. He has 34 strikeouts. Opponents hitting .233. Normally in the 8th inning it would be Alex Colomé, but he has pitched a lot, including 3 days in a row. Had to throw a number of pitches yesterday. They wanted to stay away from him, and that's why he's trying to piece this 8th inning together. It was positives at the start, but now it'll be Nick Vincent try to get out of some trouble.
Scott Server said before the game, we need outs from other guys, and here's an opportunity. A couple of runners aboard, Tucker and Gurriel. Max Stassi will do some pinch hitting here. Stassi, a .246 hitter. Two for 7 with an RBI as a pinch hitter.
Kyle playing back and on the line.
First pitch strike from Nick.
It's fastball, 89, 90 miles an hour, cutter at 87, and a slider.
Stassi 1 for 2 in the home run against Nick. Mariners got out of a precarious situation in the 5th. A couple of singles and an error loaded him up. Kyle Tucker was struck out looking. Maldonado bounced into a double play. That's how Ramirez ended his 5-inning stint. Stassi pinch hitting for Tony Kemp. You got Alex Bregman on deck.
Yeah, Nick missing with a couple of cutters.
Derek Fisher, the last hitter left on the bench for the Astros. 3 balls, 1 strike. Angels have played it a run. 3-1 A's heading into the 2nd inning. Huge pitch here, 3-1. Foul back. Mariners have turned 2 double plays today. Third one would be timely here. 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. That'll do it. 1 out. What's a start?
Just a good cutter on the outside corner. Stayed with that pitch and everything away from him.
So 1 out, 1st and 2nd. Bregman 2 for 7 against Nick Vincent. Worked inside, got a strike. Look at this, just enough to get it out there. Coming around is Tucker. Throw to 3rd, not in time. Got a 2-1 ball game. RBI Bregman is 73rd. 7-game hitting streak for him now.
Looks like a pretty good pitch. He's going to jam him, but he fights it off. Has just enough of it to hit it over the second baseman's head. There's Andrew Romine. Well, that was on the label.
2-1 ball game. Runners at the corners. 1 out brings up Carlos Correa. 0 for 3 day for him. It's Gurriel at 3rd. Bregman at 1st.
And the Mariners need another double play.
Sure do. Correa 4 for 10 against Nick.
Correa hit into a double play in the 6th inning.
Huge spot. Check swing. Oh, past Healy, tie ball game. Bregman to third. Check swing. Get out of here. 2-2 game. Healy made a great effort.
Well, Ryan has to hold the runner on at first. Check swing, didn't mean to, but he ends up with a base hit. So a jam shot into center, and then that right there. He wasn't even sure where the ball was at, trying to check his swing.
First hit for Correa since coming off the disabled list. Still not out of the woods. Runners at the corners again for Gaddis.
Zach Duke getting loose in the pen.
Started with the hit batter. Gaddis tried to hit that to the Houston Space Center. Two ball game. Gaddis 0 for 3. Foul back. Another aggressive swing. Gaddis 1 for 7. A long ball against Nick Vincent.
So if Nick can locate something as you look at Zach Duke down and away to Gaddis. Try to get the ground ball.
Switch to Marwin Gonzalez on deck. Bregman watches. He's got good speed. He's going to score, and the Astros have a 3-2 lead. RBI Gaddis is 68th. So 3 consecutive plate appearances, driving in runs for the Astros.
And here it is. Skies the fly ball to center, but he knows it's going to be deep enough. Already making the right play, get the ball into second base. And then Scott Service out of the dugout.
3 consecutive plate appearances. RBI single, sack fly, new ball game at 3-2. Words of consolation from the skipper. Back with more after this. Reminder, we want you to join in on the conversation for up-to-date information and live interaction. Be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter and Instagram. Check us out. Stay connected with Roots Sports. Boy, some tough luck for Zach Vincent. Blue check swing. A couple guys on. A long sack fly for the lead. Now Zach Duke takes over.
52 appearances on the year, a 4.81 ERA, 41 strikeouts, over 17 walks. Opponents hitting .299 against Duke. Fastball at 88 miles an hour and a slider. Switch hitter Marwin Gonzalez walking up to the plate.
We've told you plenty about Gonzalez. 2 for 3 today.
Hector Rondon getting loose in the pen for Houston.
Annual pain in the side for the Mariners. Marwin Gonzalez. Ball 1.
For the Mariners in the 9th, it'll be Cruz, Seager, and Healy.
Hopefully that will produce some runs here. Mariners on the short end of a 1-run game right now. Zach Duke behind 2-0. 7th man to the plate here in the 8th inning. Back with a strike. Mariners had been 51-4 when leading after 7 innings. 3rd appearance in this series for Duke. Two and 2. Eighth game as a Mariner for Zach Duke. Trying to get the final out here. Pitch, breaking ball outside, full count. Josh Reddick, lefty hitter, is on deck. Runner at first. That's Correa.
Let's see if he goes back to the breaking ball again.
3-2 pitch, breaking ball. Popped up, Zunino. He's got room, stays with it, inning over. Here we go, last licks for the Mariners, down a run. Cruz, Seager, Healy, hopefully that spells runs and a lot of them. 3-2 Houston.
soft line drive into center field. Oh, this check swing. That's a base hit and picks up an RBI.
New pitchers, Hector Rondon.
Hard throwing right-hander. Average fastball at 97 miles an hour. And a slider.
Rondon, part of the order for the Mariners. Here's Nelson Cruz, Kyle Seager, and Ryan Healy. Nelly 0 for 4 against Rondon.
13 saves on the year, a 2.11 ERA, 53 strikeouts, and 42 2/3.
Bouncing ball. Oh, wow, what a pop. Correa stays with it, throws out Nelly.
Almost a little bit of luck for the Mariners. This takes a bad hop on Correa. Routine play, and it jumps up on him. Quick reaction.
Seager 0 for 2 against Rondon. 9 assists for Correa today.
Kyle's been hitting the fastball lately. He's been turning on it with authority, and this is with that breaking ball.
Rondon and new catcher Stassi well aware.
Kyle with 19 home runs on the year.
Rondon's been tough in the month of August. 4 games, opponents hitting $133 against him. Kyle may have caught a break there, 2-0.
That was an easy 97.
Mm-hmm. Fastball for a strike. Mark Rippiger, the home plate umpire. Feel free to say that again.
Kyle saying it. It's off the plate.
Two and one. Down the line. Hanging, and it gets into the seats. 2-2. Unknown. 4 games this month of August. 2 hits and 4 1/3 innings. No runs. 1 walk, 6 strikeouts. Taking his time getting back. Mariners took a 1-0 lead in the second. A Healy RBI single. Took a 2-0 lead in the 7th. A big time home run by Mike Zunino. But then the Astros strike for 3 in the home 8th. Two pitch coming. See if the guy can turn on the fastball here. Ride one out of here. Tie this thing up. 2-2 pitch.
Pretty good fastball again. 97 above the belt, but it was a strike.
Right into the shift. 2 outs. Last hope here. Ryan Healy, 2 out, nobody on, and a 1-run Houston lead.
Ryan with 21 home runs on the year. Drove in a run in the second.
That's the first pitch strike. Healy 1 for 2 against Rondon. Three-two Astros, 2 out, top 9. Outside, 1-1.
Pretty good take on the slider. Must have picked it up fairly early.
Time power for Healy. See if he can get into one. There it is! There it is! Giddy up, baby! Giddy Ryan Healy, have a series, son. That's home run number 22, his 59th RBI, 2 today, and we're tied at 3-3.
Well, we were talking yesterday about all the work that he has put in, making some adjustments going into yesterday's game where he picks up 3 hits, a couple of doubles, and now that long home run. Looked like it was the breaking ball again.
Ryan Healy, everybody. Zunino back up this way. Outstanding. New ball game, 3-3. That one off the mask of Stassi. 0-2 to Mike Zunino.
I'll take a look at it. Again, thought he saw the breaking ball pretty good, the one that he ended up taking for a ball, and that one was left right in the middle of the plate. Middle in on the breaking ball. Elevated for him, and he's able to get the barrel to it.
Zunino strikes out. We go to the bottom of the ninth. Great fight by the Mariners. Healy with a 2-out solo homer to tie it. A little ecstasy in that Mariner dugout. 3-3 ball game. And two of the biggest RBIs you want to see this season. One to get the Mariners on the board, and this one to tie it up.
I thought that he had a pretty good look at the breaking ball, and the pitch before that was down and away. He didn't chase it at all, didn't even flinch at it. And then he comes back with another breaking ball, missed badly with it, and Ryan makes it pay with a long home run.
Healy's home run carried 342 feet. Zunino's home run earlier in the 7th carried 442.
Zach Duke still in the game.
He's got Josh Reddick, Tyler White, Kyle Tucker, 6, 7, and 8. Duke came on and got Gonzalez to foul out to Zunino to end the 8th inning. This one popped up. Seager making a long run, so Zunino. Zunino leaning in, can't get it.
And Felix getting loose in the pen again.
Boy, oh boy, this is something, isn't it?
Well, especially Scott, he said he was not going to pitch Colome, wants to stay away from Diaz, so that leaves you Felix and Lawrence in the bullpen.
Roberto Osuna heating up for the Astros. Reddick 1 for 2 with a walk. Two for 6 with a homer against Duke. 1-1 pitch. Bouncing ball, Romine. Quick release. 1 out. Had to make that play a couple of times today. He's done nice work.
Good job by Healy to let him make the play. He started towards the ground ball and decided to go to first base instead, and it was the right play. Much easier that way.
You don't have to worry about a tough throw to a pitcher trying to cover. From that bad angle, too. 1 out. Here in the bottom of the ninth, Tyler White 0 for 3. Fisher, beg your pardon. Derek Fisher. Breaking ball for strike.
And nobody left on the bench for A.J. Hinch.
169 hitter. Duke ahead. Mariners move the infield over to the right now. Mariners hit a 2-0 lead. Then the bottom 8 happened. 3 runs put up on the board by the Astros, but with 2 outs on a 1-1 pitch. Ryan Healy homers to left to tie it. Swing and a miss. Down goes Fisher, 2 outs. Mariners will leave here, head to Oakland. 3 rather important games. Marco Gonzalez, Sean Manaea, who no-hit Boston earlier in the year. James Paxton, Mike Fiers just recently acquired, and Mike Leake against Brett Anderson. And right now, the A's and Athletics are tied at 3-3, bottom 2nd in Anaheim. Kyle Tucker. There's a strike. 1-1. Tucker hit by a pitch and scored a run in the 8th inning. Two and one. Changed speeds on it beautifully there. 2-2.
Staying with that breaking ball. He tried to pop the one fastball inside, but just missed the corner. And then right back with the slider.
Two outs and a 2-2 pitch. Weak ground ball. Healy's right there. Zach Duke does his job. 1, 2, 3. We got extra innings. 10th inning when we come back. 5-4. Mariners won their last extra inning game. It was in Texas on this road trip. Tune in every Sunday for a new episode of Mariners All Access. Get exclusive player interviews, behind-the-scenes footage, and Mariners stories you can't find anywhere else. If you do miss Sunday's episode, tune in for re-airs throughout the week on Root Sports. For your local programming schedule, visit rootsports.com. New pitcher for the Astros out of the pen, Roberto Osuna.
Fastball, cutter, slider. His average fastball at 95 miles an hour.
And he's going to face a pinch hitter, Denard Span, in for Heredia.
18 appearances, a 2.45 ERA. 14 strikeouts over just the one walk. He's yet to give up a home run.
Span's had a fabulous series, going 6 for 10. 10 for 20 and 5 RBIs on this road trip. For 1 against Osuna. Look for him to pull 3 defenders right side of the infield. Blew it by him there at 96.
Yeah, both pitches at the top of the zone. He's always had a good fastball.
Popped it up. Bregman's got room.
And it looks like it will be Felix to pitch the bottom of the 10th.
And here comes D. Gordon, a pinch hit for Romine. Chris Herman, last man on the bench. D1 for 4 in last night's game. Right up the middle, base hit. Didn't waste any time. So you get D. Gordon aboard, tied for the American League lead in stolen bases with 27 with Cleveland's Jose Ramirez.
And he jumps on a fastball, hits it right back at Osuna. Solid base hit for D.
Brings up Mitch Haniger. 2 for 4 here today. 8 hits on the series. Back up this way.
Pretty good swing at the cutter at 93 miles an hour.
Gordon goes. Hit swing on down the line. Fair ball. Here comes D. Slowed up. He's back to full speed. Coming around to third. He's going to score. Mariners have the lead. 4-3 is Mitch Haniger. Checks in. Rings that bell. The Mariners on top. Here in the 10th.
And a lot of joy from D. Gordon. Yeah, I think he thought that was going foul or was foul, and he picked it up down into the corner and rounded third base in a hurry.
Woo!
No chance. And Mitch Haniger hitting in the leadoff spot. His third base hit, another double. That's 5 doubles for him in a 4-game series. There you go.
The other end of that story, Mike, you mentioned earlier. Who was warming up?
Felix Hernandez.
There's Maben. There's D.
There he goes. Up right there. He scores easily.
Maben trying to bring home Haniger.
And Edwin Diaz getting loose now. There's Diaz.
Mitch Haniger. Man, oh man, what a series.
His 5 doubles in this series ties a Mariner record. Edgar has done it twice in a 4-game series, and Kyle Seager outdid it against Cleveland.
9 for 17 in this series. Holy mackerel.
He has hit the ball hard.
Yes, sir. Maybe trying to build a cushion here. He's got a good count, 3-1.
And good speed out at second base.
Betcha.
There it is. In the 9th inning with 2 outs, Healy hits a solo home run to tie the game up, and now Mitch Haniger here in the 10th. Clutch.
9 for 17 on the series.
Yeah, 5 doubles and a homer.
Even got an infield hit last time up. Full count. Even looking for his first hit against Osuna. 0 for 2.
When he threw him a slider, everything has been away from him. Segura waiting on deck.
Fouled it off.
That was a cutter. Again away. EQC Tracer, 6 pitches.
Here we go, 3-2 to Cameron Maben. Good speed at second. Swing and a miss, strikes him out.
And back to the slider.
Boy, D. Gordon, he is all about the joyfulness of playing baseball. And he is having fun here. Coming off the bench, a base hit, and it scores from first on the double down the left field line by Mitch Haniger.
He was flying.
Here's Segura. 2 outs, Haniger at second. Gene with 2 hits. First 2 times up. On the line, Bregman. Oh, here we go. Bottom 10, a 1-run lead for the Mariners. It's 4-3. Mitch Haniger. Fabulous series here in Houston. A great road trip. D. Gordon scores from first. The Mariners days. It happened twice last year. Mariners could use a big one today.
No, you're right about that. And this has been his specialty, protecting that one run. And there he is in the ball game. They were going to try to stay away from him today, but here he goes. Yeah, he did it twice last year. He was pitching 4 days in a row. 58 appearances, 45 saves on the year. ERA just over 2. 98 strikeouts and 58 innings. Opponents hitting just 151. His fastball mid to upper 90s and a hard slider.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is sugar time. 4-3. Mariners, bottom 10. And here's Yuli Gurriel. Swing and a miss.
Nothing wrong with that fastball at the top of the zone. 97 miles an hour.
D. Gordon at second. Denard Span in left. Cameron Maben from left field to center field. Strike 2. Quick dispatch. 1 out.
He went right after him. Nothing but fastballs. 97, 96, 97. All of them at the top of the zone. Elevated fastball is by him.
Sixth game here in the month of August for Diaz. First pitch strike to Max Stassi. $18 batters faced, 11 struck out before coming into this game, and he's quickly ahead here.
And his best fastball at the top of the zone again at 98 miles an hour. We have not seen the slider.
Pitch to Stassi. Breaking ball, swung on and missed. 2 down.
Well located slider. The first one he's thrown, it was just off the outside corner and gets him to chase it. So difficult to lay off of this when he throws it there. Looks like it's going to be in the strike zone. It just disappears on the hitter. 91 miles an hour.
So he's in this month of August, he's now faced 20 batters and struck out 13 of them.
Pretty good hitter.
Indeed. Bregman RBI single, blooper, center field, 8th inning. Pitch. Strike 1. Bregman 0 for 2 against Diaz. The 0-1. Base hit right field. You called it. Good hitter, Bregman. Didn't. Kept it simple. Tying runs aboard. Carlos Correa coming up.
He had a pretty good pitch, too. That was a good fastball on the outer half of the plate and down.
Correa 1 for 4 against Diaz.
Bregman looking into A.J. Hinch. Really wanting to know if he can run or not.
Crowd on its feet, 40,048. First pitch to Correa. Hit foul.
98 miles an hour. EQC tracer. Just a perfect pitch at 98.
Oh, 1 pitch. Little number, and Eddie Diaz has got it. Ball game over. We've seen history here today, folks. Mariners win it 4-3. It's their first ever 4-game sweep against the Houston Astros.
Well, I don't know who you want to give your MVP for the season to, but I'll put Edwin Diaz right at the top of the list. Saved all 4 of the games in this series. There's another 1-run save for Edwin Diaz. Just a terrific job. And then how about Ryan Healy, the home run in the 9th inning, tied up with 2 outs in the 9th. He ties it up with his 22nd home run. Haniger again, the great speed from D. Gordon. What a ball game. What a series for the Mariners.
You bet. They pick up another game. They're 4 games behind Houston. Astros have lost their 8th consecutive game at home, and the Mariners go to 30-14 in 1-run